Woohoo! Welcome, welcome, welcome to Yarwood Martial Arts Mat Chat. And this is episode number
50.
woo! 50
50.
episodes. 50. And today we are continuing the discussion about families that kick together. Last week, we started the conversation on how to build a family culture in your martial arts school. Because we know that in that world of family, in that world of community, and the nucleus of family, we have an opportunity really in today's world that is so busy, so filled with social media, so filled with extracurricular activities, yada, 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 that it is tough to do. And last week we started off with families, FAMILIES, the foundation. We talked about foster, F as in foster belonging. A, accountability is shared. M, model the behavior. I, inspire each other. L, legacy first. I, involve everyone. E, elevate home life. And S, support systems win. So check that out. It's stored in YouTube. Is all the places we're streaming live today. It's stored in those places. And today we are jumping into that. Train together, highlight stories, adapt to needs, and team language. Your culture shift. So with that, I'm going to give the first part here over to Mr. Yarwood to jump in.
Yeah, we've been. Let me back up even further. When I started training, my instructor offered family classes. My son was too young at the time to start training, but there were a lot of kids who had parents in class with them, and I really saw that as something pretty cool because it's Taekwondo, martial arts in general, is something that you can do with your kids. That it's unique in that, say you do soccer, you can take your kid to soccer practice, but you can't join soccer practice. If you take your kid to martial arts, you can join martial arts with them, be on the mats with them, train with them, spend time with them out on the mats, doing all the things they're doing, experiencing it the same way they are. And you can also go compete with them. Like you go to tournaments and you get to compete against other people your age, your rank. And it's unique that way because it's like a bonding thing, and you get to train together. You get to be a family, not only at home, but at Taekwondo, and you can train, together at home. We pull up the videos that we've made and have fun with it. Everybody puts their uniform on and you have your own class at home. And it's really a great opportunity to spend family time. You can challenge each other. You can hold pads for each other. You can spar each other. Whatever it is you want to do, all that stuff can be done together as a family. So it's super cool to be able to offer that and see that. We have so many parents. The kids absolutely love it when mom and dad are on the mats with them. It's their faces light up when they see mom and dad come out there, especially when that mom and dad put on that uniform. Like, oh, they're training with me just like me. It's super cool. It's a great bonding experience.
Well, I think where I noticed it most, because we didn't have as many when I first started with you a couple years ago. And sorry about that, everybody. When I started doing Taekwondo with you a couple years ago, we didn't have as many of the parents actually involved in doing martial arts with their kids.
Yep.
I mean, Steve was there with Lucy. Mr. Greg came later. I think he was it.
Yep.
In the beginning. And the difference it made for Lucy was palpable always.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the thing that you did that made a huge difference, and and correct me if I'm going off on a wrong tangent, but my sense is when you started doing the Mother's Day and the Father's Day deal, you started to see how the kids were really impacted by the parents.
Yep.
And then in, you know, kind of not cajoling them, not bribing them, but really encouraging them, hey, have you ever thought about coming and joining? And then it became a thing. And when it became a thing, when Miss Sarah and Miss Caitlin, the two of them got in, I think the floodgates,
Yep.
were opened.
Yeah. Mr. Vidine was there too.
Yep. Yeah. And I think that is, to me, to see that, and to see how they hold each other up. And because there are a lot of parents I would hear in talking to them that they would watch the instruction so that they could go home and help their kids at home.
Yep.
So naturally, the opening for action, the opportunity suddenly presented itself, and I think you've done a great job of making that
Yeah.
a
And
viable option.
that's the thing is I can't say I don't push it, but I'm not pushy, right? I encourage. I say, we got several families out on the floor that are trained together. I said I encourage the other parents to go talk to those parents. Why, what is it about being here that you enjoy? Why did you decide to go out on the mats yourself versus just having your kids do it, right? So when it comes from somebody who is a parent who is doing it, it has a lot of value to it. Because then it's like, well, if they're doing it, well, maybe I could do it too. Because I mean, and not that I'm not a pushy sales guy, but that's like my role when they talk to me. Sometimes like they feel like I'm pushing them to do stuff. Whereas if I encourage them to go talk to other parents, it's coming from a different place. It's not a sales pitch. It's not a we want you out there because it's like, we're enjoying ourselves. We really love it. They share their experiences. They share the highlights of what they're doing, the things that they're enjoying, and why it's beneficial to their family. And when they have that experience that they share, it encourages other parents to, well, maybe I should try it too, right? It's not a you need to be out there because it's like, come give it a shot, see what you think. And having them take mom and take dad to Taekwondo Day has been really beneficial for them to be able to experience it in a lighthearted place. There's no pressure on them. The only pressure they're getting is from their kids, right? Mom, come out and play, come out and train with me, So that it's a great avenue for them to try it without feeling like they're being pushed into it, like they're standing out because all the other parents are out there with them too.
Excellent. And I look at, one of the things that you've also incorporated to really promote that is the family pricing structure, right? Where
Yep.
once you hit, what is it, two
Yep. The
people,
first
the
the
rest,
first two, and then after that, everybody trains for free.
so for a family that's got three kids and then mom and dad, that's
Yep.
a heck of a deal.
Yep. And they're all going to be on the same schedule too, and that's the biggest thing. Is like they're all in the same class. It's not like they have separate classes for adults, and I mean, some want that, but I think having it the family structure has been really the biggest piece because now they don't have to have a different schedule for them to come and train. Right? They get to be there at the same time with their kids. They're there anyway, so they might as well be on the mats.
And I think also watching your parents doing something and being trained at the same time and seeing how your parents interact is a great learning lesson for kids.
Yep.
right? It gives you an opportunity to really demonstrate, hey, look, I get confronted too. I get angry with myself too. I'm
Hmm.
have the experience of not being good enough as well.
Yep.
And this is one of the things that we go through in life. It always is there.
Yep. Yeah,
And
I
to be
mean,
able, yeah.
the kids recognize that mom and dad struggle just like they do. They're maybe a move is really hard, or learning the form is really hard, and they see mom and dad's dealing with the same stuff. Like, I guess it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Hmm. Very much so. Um, the other thing that I think, and you talked about this in the THAT, the team language, is that you have, um, when your parents are in there with you, it really does become another level of another level of opportunity for your family to deepen their relationship with each other,
Yep.
i.e., in trials and tribulations, we come together.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for them to bond and spend quality time together while also being active, while also learning, right? If we get them out there doing that together, it's just another place that when, like, as kids get older, they're going to start to realize how much they enjoyed spending time with mom and dad. And they're spending they're spending time at home. Obviously, the kids go to school, mom and dad go to work, and then they get home, and it's like it could be rush, rush, rush. We got to get dinner. We got to do this. We got to do that. There's going to be some family time missed. If they have an opportunity to come and train together on the mats, it's a bonding experience, and it's something that is going to create memories down the road for those kids. I know I have them with my son. There's a lot of great memories. We have so many opportunities that we've gotten to train together, that we go to tournaments. We travel to all over the country together to go do tournaments. And we're getting ready to go do it again next month to go to Fort Worth, Texas. But it's just a great chance for us to spend time together as father and son, and bond over something that we both really enjoy. And now that he's doing a lot of my teaching for me. He's working on, learning the business side of running a martial arts school. We're getting even more time together, right? So it's turning into another level, even above what we've already been doing, and it's an awesome thing to be able to have him be, you know, watch him grow into, the man that he's becoming. And a lot of that, I've spent so much time with him on the mats that it's awesome. It's something that I'll treasure, because I got to be with my son and he got to be with me, and we bonded like in ways that probably never would have happened in other circumstances. He played basketball when he was in high school, right? And I get to go watch him play games, but I wasn't out on the mats or out on the court with him other than the father son game, right? But I get to watch, and that's great. But I just that experience is elevated when you're actually doing that activity with your kid, and you bond with them, and they're seeing the the passion that you have for what you're doing, and they're enjoying it, and they're feeding off of that, and they're growing into it. It's just an awesome thing to be able to do and experience.
Well, the other piece is, as I'm just adding this into the chat here, I just put in the H, highlight stories, share family testimonials on social and in class. But I think the piece that's really a big deal today is on social media. Kids are dealing with poop all over social media.
Yep.
So to be able to have something like this bonding and family and unity and nucleus, I think is just absolutely fantabulous. So,
Yeah, and I think too, talking about social media, when parents share their experiences with their, their friend group or whatever, I think it sets an example for other families. Oh, hey, I would love to do something like that. I would love to be able to spend more time with my family too, right? And it shows that there's a lot of great opportunities for families to spend time together that aren't necessarily that are positive. They get to, um, as a family unit, go do these things that are fun for everybody and everybody can do. There's not like it's not just for the talented kid that's really good. Mom and dad can get out there and do all the same stuff, and there's no barriers for them other than their own, their own decision to do it or not do it. And it's when other families see that, when they post about, yeah, my son and I were at training today and we had blast, or we both competed at a tournament and placed, first, second, or third, or whatever it is. It encourages other families to go, well, I want to do something like that. And I think it has that effect of getting out into the ether with other people so that they can, and it doesn't have to be martial arts, but maybe they're finding other family activities that they get to all do together. Right. So it's kind of like it sets an example for other families.
as you said that, here I am typing adapt to needs, make schedules, pricing, and curriculum flexible for families.
Yep.
That's a big piece.
Yeah. Flexibility is huge. Scheduling is huge. And that's why we have an open schedule so they can come when it works for them. We have, there's 3 class opportunities every week for them. A lot of them come to all 3 classes, which is really cool. But it's like, it's not a, you have to sign up and come in on a specific day type of thing, right? Where they have to fit it into their schedule. There's 3 opportunities every week. And it's just a great way for them to go, okay, well, we can go on this day and this day, but this day isn't going to work because we have this going on. Versus you have to be here on this day, period. That's it.
Well, I think that's a testimony to your flexibility, to your commitment, and to the level at which your training goes on even when you're not 100% there. Right. So I think
Yeah.
I think that this is another beautiful indication.
Yeah, and I encourage as many of our parents to train as possible. I mean, obviously, not everybody can do it. Not everybody's going to want to do it, and I'm not going to push them or make them do it. But I just, I try and highlight the ones who are already doing it with the other parents. As a matter of fact, I had a parent come up to me on Tuesday saying that their child wants them to come out on the mats with them because they see the other parents out there, so they want it too. Right. So now
Yep.
I don't have to do anything. The kids start to do all the selling. It's like, hey, mom and dad, I want you to come and train with me. I see others out there, and how come you're not out there, right? And what are mom and dad going to say? No, it's not for me. Think they're going to say no to their kid who's really begging them to do something like that? So it just shows that the kids are watching. They see that stuff, right? And they become the encourager as well.
Yep. And I think there's a, as you put it, foster a dojo tribe mindset, right? When everybody is on the same.
Yeah, it's fun to watch too. And then I think it creates bonds between families, like other families, because we have a lot of families who hang out together outside of uh, karate, right? They go do stuff together. They go to, have a beer after class, or they go out to, to eat dinner sometimes. They hang out, do other activities together that have nothing to do with Taekwondo. But because the bond they've created within it, the dojo, they get to spend more time with people they wouldn't necessarily have met otherwise. Sometimes I get a little upset though because they don't invite me. Hey, well, come on. It's fun though. But I know I really it's cool to see all that stuff, to see how the they become so much more involved in what's going on. I think they also start to have a more vested interest in the school itself because they see what it's doing for their family, and like they want to share it with others, and they want it to be something that's going to be there for them, right? It becomes a place for socialization with other families. They see what it's doing for their kids and for them, and they want it to continue. So they start to talk about it with their other friends and other families to try and encourage them. Hey, you should come try this, right? So that turns into that. It spreads beyond what I'm doing, and it's because I'm just one person that can talk to however many people. But when you have that army of other families out there talking about what it is that they're getting from our program, I think that grows the program exponentially that way.
Yeah, it's I've just been thinking, going through the different sports, right? And tennis is a sport where you could play as a family. Pickleball, even though it's for the older people. Um, Golf, right? And both of those are what I would call on the expensive upper end line.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see. I'm happy to see how you're promoting it, how you're allowing it to be, um, so at some level self-contributing.
Yeah, it's fun to watch because the parents, like, they originally join for their kids, right? They want to join their kids out on the mats and spend time with their kids. But they ultimately realize that they really like it and it's good for them, right? They're getting something out of it versus, I'm only doing it because my kid wants me to. Well, that's fine to get started, but when you get out there and you start to realize, hey, I'm starting to get more fit, I'm starting to become more flexible, I'm starting to feel better, I'm learning, my memory is getting better because it's forcing me to remember all these things and memorize these forms and do these other stuff. I feel like more confident because now I'm getting to break boards and I'm getting up in front of judges and they're evaluating how I'm doing. I mean, there's so many other things that they start to get from it that they didn't realize is going to happen for them, right? So it goes beyond just I'm doing it for my kid. Like, there's not a parent in there that right now, if you ask them why they're out on the mats, that it's just because their kid wanted them out there. They're getting so much more out of it that they didn't realize they were going to get, and it's awesome to see.
Yeah, I mean, the one that I know that we could probably talk a little bit about, is Sarah. As a
Yep.
teacher, look at the value that she gets to bring as a teacher to her students,
Yep.
right? I mean, it really is something of what I would call a huge benefit, because now she's seeing the benefit that's possible, not just for her, not just for her family, but also for her students, because of the way she shows up now,
Yep.
more confident. She shows up with that opportunity to, take it to the next level and be super, proud of who she is, and what she's doing.
Yep.
It's really cool.
Plus, it also strengthens the respect that she gets from her kids when they find out that she does taekwondo and she likes to spar.
Yep.
Like, oh, don't mess with Miss Sarah.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the like that next level.
Yep.
Well, all right. I think any final thoughts?
I would encourage parents to try it. You know, we always tell our kids, you can't say you don't like something if you haven't tried it. It's not for me. Well, you don't know it's not for you. I'll bet you half the parents out there didn't think it was for them until they went and did it, and they went, "Oh, maybe this is for me." So don't poo-poo the idea of getting out there. Don't let the embarrassment or the lack of confidence keep you from trying it, because everybody feels that way when they first start. I started as an adult myself. I understand it's different, right? It's a different feeling. You feel like people are looking at you, or you're too old. That's for kids. I don't do that stuff anymore. Don't let that get in your way. That's a mindset issue. We can fix that.
Yeah.
Just get out on the mats and come try it. You'll be
And
surprised.
I think you kind of like led into next week. Next week, where it's called kick your strategy, keep it fun, include everyone, celebrate milestones, and keep showing up. And at the beginning, keep it fun. Games, challenges, and humor make it stick across all ages.
Yep.
Right? Nobody's too old. Nobody's too young.
Nope. Everybody's leaving, smiling, laughing, sweating, having a good time, and it
Yeah.
makes them want more.
So, Mr. Yarwood, once again, thank you for number 50.
Yes, sir.
And we look forward to being back here next week. And we might even have a surprise visitor next week. So,
Yep.
look forward to that.
Yep.
So, stay tuned. Come back. Check out some of the previous video casts. We'd love to hear your feedback. Reach out to us. You have both of our Facebooks and YouTube. So, please, feel free to reach out in the comment section. Go back over these, take a listen, take a learn, and we'll talk to you next week. And with that,
See you on the
we have,
mats.
yes, we have a beautiful little outro here. And here we go.